Hi, y'all. Look who I've got. Marina's in the house with us tonight.
Hey,
And
bud.
chatting with her earlier. And I'm like, what are you doing tonight? You haven't been on in a while.
Yeah,
It's been a minute.
yes,
We
absolutely.
do things together in panels, but we're both so busy with our other stuff. We don't get to read together, just us that much anymore.
Yes. Yeah.
And I was thinking about it just the other day. I was thinking, I need to give Marina a call. We haven't done a show together in a while,
Yeah, exactly.
And,
Yeah, and doing a show together is a little different. I mean, I love doing the shows with all the ladies, but yeah, the
oh,
individual one-on-one is like, yeah, nice.
exactly. It's like Mel and Arthur do their Aloha
Yes.
Tuesdays. And they alternate who's hosting. And so Arthur had asked me a couple months back, well, my week, would you be willing to come backstage, be backstage and run the chat? Because I can't do all of it at once. I'm like, yeah, sure, no problem. And then a couple weeks back, Mel got it in his head, well, come on with us. And then this past Tuesday, he literally called me like a minute before showtime. It was like, are you busy? What are you doing? And I said, no, I just got home. He says, okay, well, come on with us. I'm like, Mel, is it really? He's like, yeah. Because I told Arthur, I said, I don't mind doing that once in a while. I said, the three of us do Draining the Swamp together.
Yeah.
And I said, and I kind of think of Aloha Tuesday as the guys' show. That's you two guys, I said, and I don't mind every once in a while being able to pop in. That's fun. I said, but I'm not doing backstage just so my face can get on camera. That's not my point,
Yeah.
And but yeah, so I'm waiting to see if Mel's gonna pull that again this coming week because Tuesday is Arthur's turn to host. And so I'll be backstage for him. And so I'm waiting to see if Mel's gonna, shoot me up as soon as he gets on backstage with all of us. Well, you're coming on, right?
Did I
We
say
did
I
that
was?
one night, and I'm like, I don't have any makeup. That was this past week. It's like, Mel, my makeup is melted off. My hair is twisted up in a cloth thingy with it hanging all over the place. I said, I look like crap. He says, oh, you look fine. You look fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not going to argue with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
this is, I just noticed Teresa Hedarian says, hi, everyone. I'm on a cruise and we'll lose connection shortly. Just wanted to pop in and say hi. Well, hello, Teresa Hedarian. Enjoy your cruise. Thank you.
Absolutely. Have a ball. I have always wanted to do that. Have you ever been on a cruise?
Years and years and years and years ago, yes.
Okay, I have never been on one. I mentioned it one time to Lewis about maybe we could take a cruise together. And he just looked at me and said, I spent 5 years in the Navy, Mom. I'm not getting on another fucking ship. I'm like, okay.
Well, could you at least think about it? Yeah.
After 11 months in the Pacific Ocean, he was straight when they were on his last deployment. Yes. They were out for like 11 months. And most of it was out either in the Pacific Ocean or in the North Arabian Sea. And he was like, yeah, no. He's like, I'm not getting on no ship. I'm like, I understand. It's like, okay, I get it. But I've thought about it. I used to work with a guy. He and his wife would take 2 to 3 cruises a year. They would take a couple weeks vacation. And they usually would go down south, to the Caribbean or on the Mexico side, in the Pacific. And sometimes they would do the Gulf side and get down into the Caribbean. One year they did the Alaska cruise. And he came back with pictures that were just unbelievably beautiful. And he was like, these look like crap compared to what it looks like for real. Yeah. He said it was so beautiful. And they had stopped at one of the ports. And for those who wanted to do it, they had arranged for people to rent or to pay for helicopter rides out onto the glaciers. And the helicopter would land and you could get out and walk around on the glacier.
Oh,
And
wow.
so they were walking around and taking pictures, and he went up to one of the real deep crevices where they cracked.
Yeah.
It was like just taking pictures straight down, and just looking at the picture, I got vertigo from it. I was like, dude, what if the ice would have cracked and you would have
Yeah.
and you'd have been gone?
One
They
little
never
slip.
found you. Yep.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, I was real careful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
My
I don't think
sister
so.
and her family have done, they've done the cruise from Florida down into the Caribbean and
Mhm.
whatever. And then, 2 years ago, they did the Alaskan cruise.
The Alaska cruise, yeah.
And
My coworker said, he was like, we were both blown away by it. He was like, this had to have been the best cruise we ever went on. He said the only problem was it was cold as hell.
Yeah.
He said, and we're both born and bred in Arizona, so it didn't well. We're used to the heat of the desert, not being on ice on ice packs, So but yeah, I keep saying I'd love to try that just once. Just try. Maybe a little short, like 2 or 3 day cruise or something. Just to see how it goes.
Those are fun.
And
those are fun. Yeah, just little getaways.
Yeah, I keep saying I'm gonna do it. I just never get around to it. But well, hello everybody, and thank y'all for coming. We've already got 58 people in the room.
Oh my gosh.
We've been on for 7 minutes. Every week it gets bigger and bigger, and I'm like, okay, people are really digging out on this. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Let's see. We've got Elaine Tanner and Rose Blue, who finished her fences.
Yes.
And we've got somebody named Heart Center Tarot. I don't know who let her in. And we got artist Liz. Guys. Yeah, I have to watch her.
Yeah.
And we got artist Liz. We got Karen Johnson, Denise Fletcher. I said Rose. We got Marie Sutton. And Garden Genie's here. And Scroll. Marine and Jamie and Debbie and Sharon and Sandy, Paula or Paul. I don't know which one it is. I don't remember. You told me and I forgot. Debbie and Tyler and Andrea. Hi, Andrea. Arwen. Hey, Arwen. The other Teresa. I think we got 2 Teresas in here tonight. Marby, JW, Samantha, Nathaniel. Oh, there's a new name. Hi and welcome. Gerald's here. Hey, Gerald.
Hey, Gerald.
And what you doing up so late, son? You're usually not up this late. And let's see.
Oh, Boomer Mill. Hey, Jonathan. Hey, Michelle.
Oh, hey, Jonathan. Hey, Michelle. Oh, that's awesome. Y'all got to come on and join us one night for this late night.
Absolutely.
Talk about have fun. And Laura and Phyllis and Joyce and Sandra. Okay, I think I got everybody. If I missed you, I apologize.
Yes.
But
so why are all you people up? Why aren't you in bed?
Sleeping. Like normal people.
Yeah, like the rest of us.
I guess because we're not normal. We're the abnormal people.
That's right.
We're the Abby normal people.
Waving from Canada as well.
Nice we're the Abby normal people.
Yes.
As they talked about in Young Frankenstein.
Yes.
Oh, Abby something. Abby normal.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Tim. And I'm going to share screen real quick. We got some updated pictures, little snapshots of the kittens. They just turned 3 weeks old on Thursday.
Oh my
gosh. We've got approximately 2 to 3 weeks left. And where are they at? Okay, there they are. That's not it.
Yay, kittens.
Okay. There's one. There's 5 of them.
Oh my God.
And there's 2 tuxedos, a solid black, 2 gray and whites, and 1 tabby. And the tabby one we've named Jacques because that's the explorer. He he goes everywhere. So here's another one a little bit closer. Did it show? What did I do? I lost the feed. Wait a minute. I clicked the wrong screen.
Oh, they're adorable.
Okay, here we go. And then here's the next one. And it's just a little cubby we made up under the table in the corner of the patio.
Yeah.
So it's full of trash and boxes of crap. And
well, that's okay. As long as they're happy, right? That's all that matters.
Exactly. They opened their eyes. That's the wrong one. Anyway, so they opened their eyes last week. They finally got their eyes open and they started moving and shuffling around. And when it gets late at night, they decide to go exploring on the patio. I went out yesterday around midnight. I guess it was last night. I was sitting out there smoking a cigarette. And why am I hearing a cat?
I just heard a meow.
I wonder if it's my cat. She finally came home. She's been missing for like 2 days.
Oh my gosh.
She's got a new buddy. She gets out, she takes off with him, and she's gone for days. So all right, Marina, you're in charge. I'm gonna go see if that's my cat.
All righty. All right, me knew. Oh my gosh. Hey Laura, thanks for being here. Sharon Donnelly. Any young animal is just absolutely adorable, right? Even
you're the one that left, not me.
You look at puppies, you look at cats, you look at bears. Any animal that when it's a baby is just absolutely adorable. And kittens, well, I've got 2 cats and a dog, so I absolutely love cats. Although I must say that our female cat, and her name is Ellie, and she just adores my son. Like she will run into my room. She'll, kind of come around me every once in a while, just kind of like, okay, there you are. Hey, but he comes home and she literally just jumps up on him and she has got her head in his neck and just
that's what Minu does because my son has the beard.
Yes. Yeah.
Chris has crawl up into his beard and then she rubs her face all over his beard.
Yes. And it's like, if she could find a way to get inside his skin, she would. Yeah. And generally when he's home, wherever he is, she has got to be on him or right next to him. That just
exactly.
Yeah.
Well, hi, Amanda. Thank you for joining the chat. We appreciate that.
Oh, yeah. Welcome.
Debbie says, I've never been normal. Welcome to my world.
Yeah.
But yeah, Marina's right. When they're little bitty like that, and those kittens are so cute. And oh my God, last night, here they come, 3 of them, crawling over the top of each other instead of just going side by side where there was plenty of room. No, they have to crawl over each other to go forward.
Yes.
And there's one that is the most courageous of the group, that any chance he or she gets, they're the first one out the gate. They're coming. And so we named him Jacques after Jacques Cousteau.
Yes.
We figured, okay, that's the explorer of the group.
Yes.
He's the first one out the gate. Like I said, the first one out the gate. He's there and checking it out. And last night it was about midnight. Like I said, I'd gone out on the patio to grab a smoke, and here they come. The minute they heard me, and I could see Mama Cat laying in there, and she's just laying there watching me as I'm chasing kittens on the patio, trying to get them herded back into the area where I knew it would be safe. And she let me do that for about 10 minutes before she finally got up, walked over and grabbed one by the neck, hauled it over, and plopped it down. It came back and got another.
Well,
but the first time she looked at me, like, yeah, go ahead, knock yourself out.
Yes. Yeah.
And then one of the
babysitters here.
That's it. When we go sit outside on the patio, she'll get up and leave the porch and go roam and do whatever it is she does because she's feral. She does. We've not been able to touch her yet. She will not let us pet her. She will get, she's at the point now where she'll get fairly close to us, but still just out of arm's reach. You know, it's like, okay, I know you're okay. You're not going to hurt my babies. You're feeding me. So,
that's okay.
And a neighbor that lives on the other side of the parking lot in the building that faces us, she works at a shelter. And so she had rescued, when we had that bad rainstorm a week and a half ago, we rescued 2 out of the mud who were drowning in the mud and got them out. And she saw 2 of them getting washed down the road towards the big drain and managed to grab them and rescue them. So between her and us, we found 4 of them. And then the next morning, Mama showed up with the 5th one. I don't know where the 5th one was at. But at that point, I think Mama realized, okay, they're safer on the patio with the people than they are in the bushes, in the rain and the mud, you know. So because the gutter empties out right out between where the big bush is under next to our patio. And so that's what washed, you know, they just got washed out. And so we put like an old towel up under there and food and stuff. And then the next day she came over and introduced herself to Lewis because I was at work and said, well, you know, I work at a shelter. And she's like, do you know how old they are?
Yes.
And at the time we were like, yeah, they just turned 2 weeks old. And she says, okay, well, she says, they can't leave their mom yet. She says they need to stay with her at least 6 weeks before, you know, you bring them to the shelter and they try to foster them out. And she said, can you catch the mom? And Laura said, I doubt it. She won't let us touch her. She'll come on the patio now because she knows that they're there and safe and we're going to take care of them.
Yes.
And he says, and so, you know, we're feeding her. And she says, okay, well, she went and she brought us a can of nursing formula for kittens with a big jug of Pedialyte water
nice. Okay.
And a special little nursing bottle for the kittens. It's like maybe this big with a big long nipple on it. And she's like, you know, she starts cutting them off and they're still wanting to eat. You can feed them, you know. And but she's like, you know, give it another 3 to 4 weeks and then come bring them to the shelter and then we can get them checked and get their shots and get them fostered out. And so we've got her bringing every other day. She's bringing food over to us, canned food, dry food, whatever. And then the teenagers that live above us, they come check on us every time they see us outside. They come check the kitten's still there. Are they okay? Because it was one of the teenagers and his girlfriend that crawled down into the mud in the bush there and pulled the 2 that were stuck in the mud out, you know. So I was like, you know, Lewis said, yeah, anytime you want to come visit, come on, you know, you can come.
Perfect.
Come visit with them. I had one of them stop this evening when I was sitting outside earlier to ask how the kittens were doing and were they still there. And I said, oh yeah, they're still here. And we'll a couple more weeks we can take them to the shelter. So they just opened their eyes, so they're just starting to get moving around and stuff. And They're so freaking adorable. It's like, if I could keep them, I would.
I know. It's
like, what the hell would I do with 5 cats? I mean, I stop and think about it, and I think, they're really adorable at this age, but in 5 months, they would be making me crazy. I'd be like, we gotta get rid of the cats.
Climbing everywhere with those sharp little claws. And
oh God, yes. and they do the same thing with Lewis that Minu does. The minute he picks them up, holds them, they crawl up into his beard. And I was holding one the other night, crawled up on my shoulder to try to get up inside my hair. I was like, okay, no, baby, there's nothing in there. It's just hair.
Can't help you.
They can't help you in that department. So, but they are adorable, absolutely adorable. So that's been kind of taking all of our attention around here.
Wonderful. And speaking of good attention and good things, Andrea 54 Hector said that she'd like to thank everyone for praying for my daughter and me to get approved for housing because I got approved. Well done, Andrea. Perfect. That has got to be a huge load off your mind.
Fabulous, Andrea. Fabulous.
Yes,
absolutely. Karen says she named one of her kitties Dora the Explorer.
That's cute.
Oh my goodness. So like I said, I named one Jacques, the lead, the ringleader of the group. I said, for all I know, he's a Jacqueline and not a Jacques.
Who knows?
Because at that age, you can't tell if they're male or female. They're just cats.
No.
But
they're just little balls of fluff. Soft.
Yes, and they're so God. It's like
I know.
I can't stop. Anytime any of us walk outside, the first thing we do is we go to the table and go look underneath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, they're all there. And then we're okay. It's like we don't go on or off the patio without making sure they're all there.
Oh, nice.
And
nice.
Oh my goodness. Marby said her daughter's birthday was on Tuesday. Well, happy birthday to your daughter. Marby is such a sweetie, and she's the first person I met shorter than me. And that's saying something because I'm short. I like just make 5 feet, and she's shorter than me. I was like, damn, Marby.
Wow.
You really are a little package of dynamite.
Yes.
And,
absolutely.
Oh my goodness.
So is everyone still just buzzing with enthusiasm and joy and
from that convention? Can you believe? Oh my God. I mean, even Obama's convention for the year he was elected the first time, it was exciting to watch, but even it had some contention and some tension in it because there were still a lot of people kind of had their feathers ruffled because they went with him over Hillary. And I will, for the rest of my life, give her hats off because at that convention, when it was time for her state or whatever state it was, I think Arkansas was the one that they were calling from. And she was the lead delegate, and she got up and she said something to the effect of, while our state pledges all delegates to Barack Obama, I'm calling for every state's delegates to put all votes to Barack Obama to like end the rumor that she was going to try to still outdo him. She was like, right then and there, give it all to him. And at that moment, I thought, okay, that's a woman who just put her own rise to power down in order for him to win it with no hassles. And
that's a patriot. That's when people who recognize that their sacrifice, what they personally are giving up, is for the betterment of the country. That's a patriot.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
not someone who Mimi, you
That's
got
a
to
lot
vote.
of power. That's a lot of power to hold in
Yes.
your hands, and to
Yes.
willingly walk away from it and say,
Yes.
you know what? It's in the best interest of the country and the people
Yes.
for me to back off and let someone else take the reins.
Yeah.
Joe Biden will be remembered for that more than anything else. I think that's going to cement his legacy to Americans and to the world everywhere,
Absolutely.
because he showed the true measure of a patriot of what he did. And
Absolutely.
and while the first couple of days we were all like, "Oh my God, what's happening?"
Yes.
Everyone felt betrayed almost, because we were getting messages saying the Dems are going to win, and naturally just assumed that meant Joe Biden.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
not
because a lot of us did say, no, yeah, he'll win, but he won't complete the 4 years that she was going to.
Right.
She was going to step in. We kept getting she's going to step in. It's just a little time shift.
Our timing was off.
But man,
we jumped timelines.
Yes.
I really feel like we jumped a timeline, and it just flipped, just boom.
Yeah.
And so but that convention was just like, wow,
something else.
I
Everybody
mean,
who spoke was just you can't. It's hard to pick the best one out of the bunch because they were all fantastic. They were all great. And just a second here. Where is it? Garden Genie said, regarding Hillary, I love that she got so much in such a long ovation when she walked out. Yes, because people recognize Hillary Clinton is the 45th president of the United States.
Right. Yeah. That any election was stolen, that was hers.
Yes,
that was stolen.
Exactly.
Because she won that. they just
did.
The scales hadn't fallen from everyone's eyes yet as to just how corrupt this man was.
Yes.
But at the same time, as much as she should have been the one to take office, I think we would be worse off right now than the way it did work out, because I think the American people as a whole had to experience for 4 years the deprivation that we went through with him.
Yes.
And really see for ourselves that things are not shored up as nice and tight as we thought it was. And there's a lot of cracks in that foundation that, showed us, okay, we've got some work to do. And Joe Biden has done a lot. But I have a feeling he's getting ready to blow our socks off with this last, 6 months, 7 months of his hold on power.
Yeah.
I mean, he's already talking about the stuff he's going to do, and it's like, whoa, he's not playing anymore,
Very, very much one of those fasten your seatbelts, folks. We're going to get some stuff done, right? And
and like Michelle and Jonathan said, not only with just the energy from the convention.
The
fact that they were blowing the socks off of everybody with the TV ratings, which got to Trump big time.
Oh, big time!
It's like he was not a happy camper. I loved Obama, and this is with crowd size. I thought, oh my God, he did it again.
He did it. Yeah, and everybody knew what he meant by crowd.
Oh yeah, when the minute he did it, everybody started laughing because everybody knew what he meant. And I was like, the man has the ability to perfectly troll Trump without ever saying a direct word to him or about him.
Yeah.
He can just kind of skirt around the edges, and it's just boom right there in your face. And
it was amazing.
I was laughing so hard when I saw that. I was like, I cannot believe what I'm watching.
I know.
And what about the last night when was it the second night when Tim Walz gave his speech to accept his nomination for VP. And his son, Gus, who has ADHD, he has nonverbal mental disability, a form of autism, and I forget the name of the specific one he had. I read it and I just can't remember it now.
Yeah, me too.
And other things. And for people to have come after that child for crying with excitement and jumping up and hollering, "That's my dad." You could hear the pride in that child's voice.
Exactly.
You know, and for a child with the conditions that he has, for him to do that.
Yes.
You know, if you've never been around autistic children, then you don't realize what a major step that was for that young man to do that in a stadium.
And he was being
with
genuine. We have
Absolutely.
we've had, what is it, 4, 5, 6 years of pretension, of, trying to project a certain image and so on. That child was genuine. He was absolutely real.
Yeah.
And anyone, and what came to mind, especially with, some of the mega, the guys holding up the Bible, is, you tend to forget there's a verse in the Bible, something about, what you do to the least of us, you do to me, or something. Yeah. Did you forget that?
God, you come to before God like a child.
Yeah.
And that's not by making fun of them.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've been in the Bible, but I remember a lot of what I did study. But I mean, just the love you can see on those on his two kids' faces for their father, and their mom, is truly encouraging in a way that a lot of people really resonated with, because
they're real, they're genuine. They are a normal, average, everyday, loving family who support each other. And we've been used to seeing Don Jr. and Eric and Ivanka and the fakeness of it all. And I cried when I saw him getting up and pointing, and that's my dad.
Oh my God, I burst into tears in that moment. It just came. I couldn't control it.
Yeah.
And all I could and I didn't realize that the child had those difficulties at the time.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking he was just a normal teenager, thinking, how special is that bond he has with his dad, that's his reaction. And then the next day, when the MAGA started their vitriol and their nonsense.
Yeah, and Colder.
And then I started hearing talking about the disabilities and stuff that he had. And I thought, growing up with, I have a cousin who's autistic. We've had several family members that are autistic, from severe nonverbal to just socially unable to connect.
Yes.
And so I've seen the range of what it can do with children like that. And it was just, once I found that out, I was like, holy moly, I cannot believe what that child did. I mean, that took an unbelievable amount of guts from the young man himself to react, And I saw a meme yesterday that made me laugh, and it showed the two Walls kids with their parents, and then it showed Donald's 5 children.
Yeah.
And in 2 different, and they were like, just imagine if Tim Walls had 5 kids from 3 different mothers.
Uh-huh.
As opposed to the other side who has 5 kids from 3 different mothers. It's like, yeah, you want to talk family values?
Yeah, exactly.
Take a close look.
Party of family values. And yeah, exactly. You're
or
not.
The fact that Kamala Harris's stepkids, that's when her husband said he realized that his kids had fully accepted her when they started calling her Mama-la.
Yeah.
It was like, yeah, okay. That's, and to hear them talking, I've seen them in interviews because they're older, they're college age now.
Yes.
Talking about just how wonderful she is. And I know one of them was talking about he couldn't believe that was his dad up on the stage at the convention who had given up everything he knew in his life, his job, everything, to be full support to her and be second gentleman.
Yes.
And I thought, that takes a lot of love and a lot of faith in somebody to do that. And he'll be the first gentleman to put a mezuzah on the White House doors.
Yes.
Which is the little Torah thing that Jewish people put on the door frames to bless the home.
The house.
And I just think that is so cool. Because they've put it on the vice president's residence. That's one of the first things they did.
Yeah.
The first week they got there, so I was like, that's
just want to stop you for a sec. And I missed the original post, but Garden Genie, yes, I will join the others and say, condolences on the loss of your dad. Garden Genie apparently just lost her dad recently. So
Garden Genie, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, my heart just breaks. I know how difficult that is to lose a parent. I know Marina knows how difficult that is to lose a parent. And it's wow, that
even sometimes the ones that were a little estranged from, but just this morning. Oh, honey, that is fresh.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Lots of light.
And you're sitting here with us. I understand why you're sitting here with us. Let me rephrase that. You need normalcy right now because your world just went into the abnormal stage.
Yeah.
And it's going to be topsy-turvy for a while. And so you need as much normal as you can get to balance the shaky boat. Yes. So we're all here for you to give you your normal and to wrap our arms around you and just give you the hugs and the love that you need.
Yeah.
And it just takes time. Just give it time. I mean, my mother passed in 2019, and there are still times when I have a hard time dealing with that, Just like my husband died in 2001, I know there are times when Lewis really has a moment that he, his dad's not there to walk him through it or, to help him out with it. And
absolutely.
So I get it.
Just close your eyes, Garden Genie, and feel the energy because you are getting the biggest hug from everyone.
I'm seeing nothing but love and hugs and positive energy just shooting out of that chat at you. So
take it all. Take it all in. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Michelle and Jonathan asked if the family can live stream the funeral. I guess not everybody can make it. I mean, that can make it really difficult. But wow.
You're more than welcome. You're more than welcome. That's why we do what we do.
Yeah.
And it's lovely to come together as a community and to uplift uplift the one who needs it the most. So
yeah, exactly. Like this past Wednesday was the benefit concert that several of Lewis's musician friends gave him. And so I went. That's why I wasn't on Sisters Wednesday night, because I went to that with him.
Yeah.
And it was one of the performers. His name is Julian Primo. You can find him on YouTube, Primeaux. And I think there's an X at the end. It may just be EAU. I can never remember because it's just depends.
Yeah, for you, there's probably an X in there.
There's probably an X on the end, but some of them no.
Yeah.
But he just got inducted into the Louisiana Musical Hall of Fame last month.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and he plays. It's kind of rock, it's kind of country, it's kind of bluesy, it's kind of New Orleansy a little bit. He plays this kind of mixture of hillbilly rock mixed with blues and
a little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything, and he's such a good performer. When he gets up, he just doesn't get up there and play and sing. I mean, it's a whole entertainment. And Wednesday night he was doing acoustic. Well, it wasn't acoustic; he had his electric guitar, but what they would call an acoustic performance. He didn't have a band there, with all of his band members there behind him. It was just him, and just some of the story. He played some songs that were like a couple of the first songs he ever wrote as a teenager and stuff. And some of them were so damn funny. And so he would stop before he would start playing, and he would explain where the song came from and what he was thinking when he wrote the song. And just, he had the room in tears. They were laughing so hard. And then he would sing the stupid song, and we would be laughing even harder by the time we got through with it.
Yes.
One was, I shot my mule before my girl, or something like that. And everybody was like, you shot. He's like, I know it sounds morbid, but it's really not. And it wasn't. It wound up.
It's actually a happy story.
Actually, yeah, it was.
Yeah.
In the end, he kept the mule and shot the girlfriend. So yeah.
There you go.
And
yeah,
but it was just, and it was very tongue in cheek, with that particular song. And he had us all rolling on the floors laughing. And Lewis played a couple of times. I've got those 2 songs that he did recorded, and I'm going to be editing them. To try to edit them and get them ready so that Deborah Lupien can plug them in and play for the Psychic Saving Democracy Marathon next weekend.
Oh, perfect.
Because he offered to do several songs for her. And he's actually going to come on with me live during the middle of the night while I'm on. He said, yeah, I'll come on and I'll sing a song or 2 while you're on. And so I'm excited about that.
That will be lovely. And
there's only one.
You just reminded me, and we really should kind of start letting folks know that if you haven't already, look out for our notices that are going to be coming out for September 1st and 2nd. Which are Deborah
Psychic Saving Democracy, Deborah Lupien and Helen Irish Granny Tarot. This is their dream, their dream child.
Yeah.
And
their little baby, a 24-hour psychic reading a common, if you want.
Right. And all proceeds are going to the Harris Walls campaign. So that's what we're doing. We're raising money for the campaign. And I'll be scheduled between, I'll be scheduled somewhere between like midnight and 5 a.m. I told Deborah, I said, I know you don't get people in the middle of the night. That's the hardest slots to fill. And I'm used to being up late anyway, so I'll take as many as you need, wherever you need to plug in. And there will be a donate button on the website, on the live link when you go in to watch. where you could just click the button and it'll direct donate. It goes directly to the campaign, and they're not running the money through anybody else because they don't want anyone else to get their share. It's just strictly going for that. So
totally.
And
just as we get more information on, I think it'll be on Deborah. I think Deborah's channel. Yeah,
Deborah Lupien's channel. Yeah, that's my understanding.
We'll be posting it, and we'll be talking about it next week. I think that's when most of us have just said, yes, I will donate this, and I will be there from this to that time.
Yeah, it's like I donated, I think, like 3 readings.
Yeah.
And 3 free readings to her, and I told her I'd do as many spots as she needed during the night. And then Lewis said he would come on with me and play, as well as let me give her a couple of clips, and then she can just kind of plug it in wherever she needs to fill in a little time. And if you're a reader, if you know any other readers, if they're interested, if you're interested, if you want to be a part of it, just go to Deborah Lupien's YouTube channel. I believe there's a thing on her community tab for you to let her know that you would be interested in being involved. And or if you just want to donate, you can do that too. So
do that as well. I'll be on Sunday between 6 and 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And just watch our community.
We'll post.
We'll be posting the
post as much as possible on all of it.
And this is a great way for those of us who are not American, who cannot, we can't participate in the vote, but we can do other things along the way to help you. So I am glad to do that and glad to support that, because I want to see my friends down south survive, because.
Or how many's going to be come banging on her door in the middle of the night saying, "Let me in."
Anybody home? Or be like Sheldon Cooper, remember on that one show when he's knocking, "Hello, my friends. Hello, my friends."
It broke the other day. My little turtle on the keychain fell off. My little jewel encrusted turtle with floppy head and legs. So I got to figure out how to fix it. So Lewis was like, "It just fell off," and he brought it to me.
NH Mountain
Dancer. Just got home, so
I think there probably would be a caravan at my door. And I've said more than once, I will be at the border and I'm checking everyone's social media. I will need to see your social media. That way we want to make sure that, there are certain people that aren't allowed.
Only the good people get in.
Only the good people get in.
Oh my goodness. Yes. So if you're a reader, I know there are several readers in the chat. Or if you know any of the other readers that hasn't mentioned this, ask them, are they involved or whatnot? Because I know Deborah was still looking for people who was willing to volunteer. She was talking about doing it in like 90-minute blocks, 90 to 120-minute blocks, so an hour and a half to 2 hours at a shot, and then trying to pair up so you're not there by yourself. There's, 2 or 3 of you on at a time to kind of do like we do already, just collab
except we just do it for longer periods of time. That's all. And it's just on one channel. And
exactly.
Garden Genie, yes, there's Kamala Harris has an awful lot of support up here in Canada. We never
around the world.
Around the world. We never were Trump supporters, although I will tell you quite honestly that I have come across a few people that are Trumpers that I find personally shocking. Like that, here I've lived next door to you for how long? And I'm just now figuring out, or I'm just now learning that you're really not as smart as I thought you were. Oh my God.
And with me, it's the reverse of that. Thinking everybody is a Trumper because of where I'm at.
Yeah.
And running into more and more people that are like, oh no, I'm not voting for him. I'm like, oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's a nice surprise to get.
It is. Yeah,
but,
it is. Looking forward to that. Yeah.
So, and I was just tickled when she emailed me and asked me if I would like to join in. And I remember saying something to Helen about it. And I said, you know, when I first got the email, I thought, how the hell did she get my email? And who does she know? How does she know who I am? Because I've never met her. I've never talked with her.
Yeah, I haven't either.
Some of her stuff. I've caught some of her stuff in like replay, but she's usually live like during the day when I'm at work. And I can't always listen, you know, or sometimes I'll listen, but I'm not at the keyboard to interact. And so, and then when I realized Helen was in on it with her, I thought, oh, that's how she knew who I was. Helen must have given her my name. And I know I sent her 2 or 3 names of other people who would be interested. I know one person will be saying no because he'll be out of the country that weekend. That's Miss Taro D. And he was like, oh, if I was going to be here, I would, but that's he and his husband's anniversary weekend.
Aww.
And so they go down to, I forget which country it is. I think Puerto Rico, wherever it is that Hector's from. That's where they're going to be.
Beautiful.
And so beautiful. They do that every year on their anniversary. And because I had asked him specifically, I said, well, what do you want? You can come to a spot with me.
Yeah.
And that way you don't have to stay like the whole time slot. You can just do as much as you're able. And then if you need to stop and leave, you can. Because I know he gets really tired really fast. The chemo really, really wipes him out.
Yes.
And then I was telling Juno about it, who got all excited. And so I emailed Deborah and I gave her Juno's name and email and said, Juno's really excited and wants to get involved with this. So hopefully I got them connected. And because Juno had never met her either. And she was just in the beginning stages of doing a full mandala readings. It's a special kind of reading you do on Harris walls and somebody else, and I forget now who the other person was. And she was talking about, she was planning on doing that anyway, but she was like, but now I know I can put it down into X amount of time, and then I can send her and she can just use that as a recording, you know, and maybe she'll come on live too. And I said, that would be cool, you know. So every time I think of somebody new, I email Deborah. I'm like, sorry to bug you, but here's somebody else you might want to try. And I think she's got like
this is a great community. So, you know, there's it's a way for us to because let's face it, we're Democrats, okay? that we don't need to beat around the bush, right? So this is a way to not only support Kamala and Tim, but also to support each other. And this is going to be a great opportunity for some of us to meet and read with people that we hadn't done that before.
Yeah, maybe people we've watched or we've seen, you know, or even other people that we've never seen before that have kind of developed their own little community, sort of like ours, you know. I know every time I get somebody that pops in on my feed that I've never seen before, especially if they're kind of new, I will send them an email and then ask them, would you like to do a collaboration?
Yeah.
You know, just, you know, I mean, after I go and watch what they've got on their channel to see, if they're kind of on the same page as us, just so we can get more people seen, you know. Because the more we grow, the stronger it is for all of us, you know.
Exactly. And Lunar Love and Light, if you want to, Sherry, can you post Deborah's
I can't.
YouTube? Yeah. So go to, when Sherry posts it, if you go
I'll
to
post the link for her, and then you can go directly to that, and
and just
that way,
just put it up there and say, listen, you know, I'm I used to read, been out for a minute or two, but you know, I would like to get involved and get back in it. Do it. Absolutely.
Exactly. And Deborah's something else too. She channels Metatron, and she's done some really
absolutely. And for those of us who know or who have a Trumpster in our life, be patient, and as much as possible, be loving, because they are going to come to the light. They are going to see it. It's just going to
and they're going to need I told you so. They're going to need somebody that's going to say, okay, you know, it's going to be okay.
What did
and
you learn?
I'll talk you through it, you know. Anyway, so there's Deborah's YouTube channel.
Perfect.
And you can go to, let me see. Does she have it up already?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't see it up yet, but let me check her community tab real quick. I know that if you go to the little website that she's developed, there's already a donation button on the website that's live. And she is slowly setting up this website, and it'll have like all of our you know, like our picture and our contact information, so that people can go in and look and see, you know, well, I really like to watch Marina, or I really like to watch Sherry, or I really like to watch whomever, and they can go and see, okay, well, their time slotted for this time and this time and this time, or they're going to be on only during this one time. And then you'll know, well, that's who I want to go see. And you can get in there and
perfect. Jamie Johnson, I can't figure out women who support Trump. I just personally, I have a lot more respect for myself than to allow someone who would treat other members of my gender the way that he does. No. No, but you know what? He was a necessary evil in a lot of ways. I think we needed to see where all the pitfalls were, where all the where there were cracks in the ceiling and in the walls and so on. So that you know, and not only did we need to see where the cracks are, but we needed to see the effects of the cracks, and we needed to see just how bad they were. It wasn't just enough to kind of say, oh yeah, there's, you know, something is going to fall off the rails, so that's okay, we'll fix that next year. It had to come to the point that this is a do or die kind of thing. And I don't know that anyone other than him could have actually done as well as he did. So some of you have heard me say this before. As a human being, I think he is absolutely deplorable. And if he was on fire, I wouldn't cross the street to piss on him to put the fire out. But as a spiritual being, this was this was a big, big contract that he set, and I think he has fulfilled it. So
exactly. Okay, I'm going to share this real quick.
Please do.
And okay, this is the invitation for the fundraiser. Let me see if I can get it to. Let's.
Okay. Yep.
How's that? Okay. So there at the bottom, as you can see, is Deborah's email and Helen Irish Granny Tarot's email.
Yes.
So you can email either of them if you want to get involved. I will go in and post this information to my to the description box.
Oh, perfect.
After the show. And then that way, let me see.
And if you can email that to me, email me the link, and I will
sure will.
Yeah, absolutely.
And there is also, I was looking for, it might have been in a separate email. Let me look. There was also, she had sent an email with the link to the website that she's setting up.
Oh,
where
perfect.
You could go in and look at it, and you could see who is wanting to who has donated their time and whatnot. She was working on that the last time I had emailed her with Juno's information, and she was working on that. And let me see if I can find.
Yes, Maureen, the Age of Aquarius. And, I remember in the 70s and 80s, hearing that song that says The Coming of the Age of Aquarius, and listening to the words in the song and thinking, oh my God, I don't know if it'll ever get here. And here we are. I made it. We're in the middle of it. We're seeing the transition. We're going into a we mindset instead of a me mindset. And it's a beautiful thing to watch.
Okay. I just posted the actual website.
Oh, okay.
That people can go to. And let me see if I can get that open here. Yeah, there's already a big, let me share screen with this one. Yeah, okay, here we go. All right, so this is the website. As you can see here, we got Danny, we got Helen, we got Denise, Dr. Whimsy, Gerald, Deanne, Jen Bushman, Marina, Nancy, Jean, Nath, me, Sheila, Celtic Tarot, Terry from Holding Your Space, Sun Psychic Jean, Allie, Dave Johnson, Juno, and Aiden. Oh, I didn't know Aiden was doing it. Yay! And recorded. Annette and Marianne are going to do recorded appearances. So,
perfect.
So,
and
yes.
Annette Dion is actually, I've got her coming to my channel next Friday, the 30th, at 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So I'll be doing readings with Annette. So hopefully going to introduce her to those folks who have not met her yet.
Yeah. Well, and that's it. It'll give us all a chance to meet some of these other folks that maybe we've either seen or heard of, but we haven't met them. We haven't gotten into their little group that they're in, that they, maneuver around. And there are some that they just don't do collaborations. They're just not comfortable with it. And that's cool. Not everybody resonates with that. And I'm cool with that, So I'm excited, hoping to get to meet some of these people myself.
Yes.
Even though it'll be, of course, online, not actually in person, but
not yet. Not yet. You never know.
Yeah.
What,
exactly. Not yet.
what if-
One day we may actually get a conference and get all of us there.
Yes.
So wouldn't that be awesome?
Oh, it could happen. Absolutely, it could
sure
happen.
could.
Why not? Yeah, put it up there.
Yeah, just put it out there. So, like I said, you can go to the website. There's already a donate button if you want to donate. And what was okay, it's just the bios that she has up right now. And of course, looks like our channel names will be clickable the way they're looking. I just don't think they're clickable yet.
Yes.
But and as you can see, there's already a donate button.
Yeah.
So
wonderful.
Yeah. So that at least, you can go in and like I said, if you're a reader, contact Deborah or Helen, either one. And just shoot them an email and say, hey, I would like to donate a 30-minute reading, or I would like to do maybe 1 hour slot, whatever time you think, I can be there during this time to this time, because it's going to start on a Sunday afternoon, Labor Day weekend, and it's going to run straight through 24 hours to Monday afternoon. So most of us in the States anyway are off on Labor Day. So, it's not like you're trying to do this and you got to go to work too. I mean, I guess some people do depending on your job, but most people in the States get the Monday off. And and I mean, and you can watch the whole thing, or you can just watch the ones that you want to see. The choice is up to you. So it's September 1st and 2nd. And
absolutely. And if nothing else, come by and you might, get a free reading, join the chat, whatever, donate.
Exactly.
That's all you can do.
She's going to be doing giveaways. It's like I said, I've offered 3 free readings to give away that she can use for a giveaway. Other people are doing the same. They're offering readings. They're offering merchandise. They're offering cards. They're, just all different kinds of stuff that that you can go in and make a special. I don't know if it's going to be a special donation and your name goes in the hat, or if it's just going to be everyone that comes in and shows up, it's going to go in the hat. I'm not sure how that's going to work. Like I said, I'm not involved with it. I've just been asked to participate. And I'm really looking forward to it. So,
absolutely.
And when I mentioned it to my son, and he said, yeah, I'll do that with you. And I was, all right. Yeah.
Come again?
As most of y'all know, he doesn't believe in any of this at all. I mean, I think he does. He just doesn't want to admit it.
Exactly.
And and that's cool. Not everybody's going to believe it, and that's okay too. I mean, in their time of need, we tend to be the ones that get the email or the phone call to say, hey, this is happening. Can you help me figure out what's going to happen next, or what I need to do, or and that's just one little way. I know with a lot of personal readings I do, some of the main questions I get asked is, this is happening to me by X, or whatever the case may be. How do I deal with it? What going forward? And what does my late mother say, or what does my grandmother say? Or I mean, there's all different kind of ways that we help folks, from trying to make their job better and secure their, or secure a better job, to family issues, to love issues, to political talk, we all run the gamut on what it is that we specialize in.
Yeah.
Some of the readers only do political, and some readers only do personal. And I'm Marina, I think, is the same. We're some of the ones that do both. It's like, whatever, ask what you want,
Yeah.
So,
and Jamie, whether don't worry if you any of you, if you are able to help financially, yes, that is fantastic. If you are not in a position to be able to help financially, then your support, just your moral support, is more than enough. When we get
share the links,
share like-minded positivity, we can move mountains. So, just because
I've seen that with the GoFundMe for my son.
Yes.
I need to do an update because donations have kind of petered out. Every now and again, now something will come in. And we've raised about a third of what it is we need to raise.
Yeah.
But I need to go in and update the information and then repost it again for everybody. Not because I want a second donation, but just to remind people, hey, share this with your friends, your coworkers, your family, on your social media pages, whatever. And, people see that, and then, they give $5-10. Well, it's $5-10 we didn't have the day before, and it all adds up. So right now it's a matter of trying to sock away enough money that when the bills start rolling in, we're not going to get blindsided by them. We'll be able to deal with it. And that's the whole point.
A lot that we can do with just energy. Yeah. If you can volunteer to be on the phone and make phone calls to people in your
contact the Harris campaign directly. If you got time to volunteer, we do postcard writing volunteers where you get a pack of postcards. They'll tell you what to put on it. You hand write the postcards so that somebody knows that a person actually wrote this out.
Yeah.
And all that your donation comes from buying the stamp for that postcard. And then you mail them out. And usually they will give you a list of who to send it to. And Joy put in there, that's one of the things that she and Joe Biden are still working on right now, is to make medical debt will no longer be included on your credit union, on your credit reports. And for a lot of people, that's what keeps them in the 400, 500, 600 range in their credit reports is medical debt.
Yes.
And they're going to make it so that that can't be counted anymore. That can't be held against you. And I think they're working on student loans as well.
Yes.
I know President Biden has said something about he wasn't through with the student loan stuff yet. He's evidently got a few more tricks up his sleeve to see what else he can do to help with that. Yeah,
I
know.
Can't wait. What he's going to do next. He has immunity now. Remember, the Supreme Court gave it to him.
That's right.
He has immunity.
He can do whatever he wants.
Whatever he
wants.
Not
be held accountable. I know when it comes to student loan forgiveness, when I went back to college in the 90s, I graduated high school in the 70s, and I went back to college in the 90s to get a degree. And in total, I borrowed roughly about $25,000 to pay for school. I owed $75,000.
Yeah.
That's triple what I borrowed, and that's because of the predatory loans
Yes.
that were done. And when President Biden got into office and started talking about loan forgiveness, this, that, and the other, I just went to the Department of Education website. I had already years ago had them consolidate all of my student loans into like 2 or 3 payments, I think, that I had to pay. And I went in and I just filed for every program they had up to help take some of the money off of the debt. One of the best letters I ever got that I cried the hardest over was the one that said, "Mrs. Hinkle, you have been completely forgiven of all student loan debt." I literally had to have 2 other people read it to me because I couldn't believe what I was reading. And I was in tears 4 days. I could not believe that I was just praying for just a portion of it to get forgiven. And I got the whole amount forgiven. It doesn't happen for everybody, but whatever you can get forgiven on that, take the money and run. As who was it? Steve Miller Band, their song. Take the money and run. It's
absolutely.
That's I still can't find words to express how I felt when I got that letter, and I just couldn't believe it. Like I said, I was hoping just for a portion of it to be forgiven, and they forgave the whole amount. I've had people ask me, well, what did you file for? And I said, I filled out every damn form they had on the website for forgiveness. Every single one. Whether if I thought I qualified for it or not, I filled it out. I submitted everything. And then I just
have a good night
left
and
alone.
Dancer. Thanks for being here with us.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, she said it's coming on 1:30 a.m. Yeah, we've been on for an hour.
12:25 here. Yeah, an hour and 17 minutes. So, and we haven't tossed one card.
One card.
I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't mean for it to just be a jam session, but I don't know. There's just so much that we wanted to get talked about that. Sometimes it's nice just to have a chit chat, just to hang and talk and see what all of y'all are saying, and we've all been trying to
right about the Labor Day telethon.
Exactly. We're still running the GoFundMe for my son. The link is in the description box below. I know there are several people in the community that have GoFundMes up right now because of hard times, things that have hit them, that $5-10 can mean a world of difference, I mean, I know when I see them come across, I give what little I can, sometimes I can do $20, $25. Sometimes I'm lucky if I can scrape up $5, but I try to give them a little bit because it's like it's all going to one consolidated place. So, it's going to take care of whatever it is they need. And and something else I wanted, Marina sent me a t-shirt this week, a new sisters t-shirt for all of us. And the card that she sent to go with it. Yeah. I just have to show you all that. It says, I don't have a Facebook or Twitter account, so I just go around announcing out loud what I'm doing at random times. I've got 3 followers so far, but I think 2 are cops. Okay. When I read this card, I laughed so hard I peed on myself. It just cracked me up because the first thing I thought is, oh, that's me.
Yes. And back in the day when we went grocery shopping with curlers in our hair, because why not?
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
curlers and
with a cigarette hanging out of your mouth as you stood in line at the grocery store. We smoked everywhere. We
in the doctor's
went around.
office.
Yeah.
Remember? You'd go see
half the time the doctors would have a cigarette hanging out of their mouth. And then for those of you that know about it, great. There may be some that don't. But through Hay House, which is a publishing company, they have what they call their card deck club. And every 3 months, you get a box with new cards. And I just got my fall box in. Now, these decks have not been published yet. These are early edition copies. They will be published in September. But Kyle Gray has a new one coming out called Angelic Activations. There we go. That's a little better. The lights really screw with the cellophane. I mean, I just got this. I haven't even broke the cellophane on them yet. Yes. And then the other deck is Intuitive Whispers Oracle by Maud Hurst. I've not heard of her, so I don't recognize the name. And then the other one I got was they started including with each box a pocket edition of one of the other older decks. And so with Colette Baron Reed's Wisdom of the Oracle deck, they've just done a pocket edition of that deck. And pocket edition, because these are small enough, you can fit them in your purse, in your bag. I mean, this is the book, as you can see, how small it is. Yeah. And these are the cards. These are the Oracle cards, and I can actually hold them in one hand, which is so nice because normal Oracle cards are so big. Some of them, it's almost impossible to shuffle. Yeah. It's, I think with shipping costs and tax and all that stuff, it's roughly about $42 every 3 months. And it comes automatically. I mean, you can stop at any time. You know, you don't have to fulfill a certain obligation. Yeah. And Hay House is certainly not paying me to talk about this. This is not a paid promotion, YouTube. It's just my opinion. But I've been in the club now for, this makes my 4th box. So I've been in for a whole year now. And I love it. I've gotten new cards that I maybe would never have bought for myself. I've gotten cards that
cheaper than if you bought individual decks.
If you're you think about it. Okay, 2 full Oracle decks and a pocket deck. Yeah, for roughly $40, and that includes shipping and handling and tax.
That's nothing.
So that's like $12, $13 per deck. Yeah, for a brand new Oracle deck. And as you can see how big the Oracle cards, I mean, these are big old cards.
Yeah, the real ones. Yeah.
And you get them early. So you get to see them and go through them before anybody else does. Not only that, but they usually get special introductions and interviews with authors for these decks that you then get special access to through Hay House. Yes. That you can go and watch a video with the authors as they talk about their deck and what their intention was and why they made it. Yes. Some of them will do live streams, will do live webinars or Zoom calls. That's how I got to actually meet Radley Valentine, who does all the angel stuff and animal stuff. He's big into that. He actually got a free reading from him. He was doing like 2-card readings for people in the Zoom call. And I got picked. It blew my mind. I mean, you know, you raise your hand in Zoom and say me, and then you don't expect to get called because there's like 1,000 people in the room. It's like he's going to notice me. He did, and and so that was really cool, and he was pretty spot on with what he told me, which was even better. And so you get all kinds of like behind the scenes freebies that go with that, webinars, live meet and greets with authors, recorded videos that they'll do. Sometimes they'll include online like worksheets you can download to work with the book, the cards that you got, to help you, I guess, study the cards better, so it's if you're into that kind of thing and you like cards, that's something to check into, because for the price, I mean,
it's well worth it. And Garden Genie, that is amazing. She said, I just got a new t-shirt. It says, Rosa sat so Ruby could walk, so Kamala could run, so Katanji could rule.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. How awesome is that?
Yeah.
That's real. I've seen that, or I've seen a meme of that.
Yeah.
Pretty much sounds like that's it, word for word. But so it's
that's amazing.
There's a lot of good things you can get out there as far as helping. There's other companies and organizations that do like the deck club, where there's one that a group did. You get crystals every month.
Yeah.
But it's like $25 a month to do that. And the first couple of batches of crystals I got, good night, Rose.
Yeah.
First couple of batches I got some really nice crystals. And then they started sending me these little bitty pea shooter things. It was like, okay, I'm not paying you people $25 for something that costs $5 I could have got at the spiritual store down the street. So I canceled my subscription with them, but
Randy. Randy says, I will go on a cruise with you, Sherry. Used to go with my husband. He died night before our 35th anniversary
bless. Yeah, it's been, my husband and I would have celebrated our 41st anniversary on the 31st of July.
Wow.
So just went through that. And
there you go. Randy, Sherry. Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to have to get together and go do a cruise, baby. I'm telling you. I don't know where you're located at, but we'll figure it out. We'll work out the logistics on that, because I've always wanted to do a cruise.
It's all good.
So everybody's still sending lots of love and hugs to Garden Genie. And
yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Psycho hippie hiker.
Yeah. He had crossed and was resting next to me. Don't know if he has crossed inside a tree.
He has. No, I just heard clear as a bell in my head. Yes, he has.
Yeah.
So that's just his way of reaching out, letting you know that he's there for you. You're welcome, Garden Genie. Go get some sleep, baby.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that is an interesting dream, Jamie. You got that right.
And maybe he passed. Okay, here's what I'm getting, is that he didn't necessarily pass the night that you had the dream. He passed previous to that, and he was trying to let you know that he passed. You just weren't overly receptive to that information, so you had to. That's part of the reason I think why the universe gave you COVID, so that you could, believe it or not, I know it doesn't make sense.
Slow down.
Yeah, that so that you could slow down enough to hear that message. And yeah, the high fever, you were able to open up to the messages that were coming in. Your COVID, if it has not already gotten a whole lot better, will get a whole lot better, because the whole idea of catching quote unquote COVID was to deliver the message. So
yeah, exactly. So that's really cool.
Yeah.
I rarely remember my dreams.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. I just don't. I know some people get up in the morning and boy, they can fill out half a journal on the dream they had the night before. And it's like, no, I don't, nothing, crickets. I don't, and I know I dream because it's like in that first split second or two when I first wake up, I can feel myself coming out of the dream. Yeah. Sometimes I might remember a few little snippets, but usually it's gone. The minute I wake up, it's gone. So I tried keeping a pad by the bed so that if I woke up from one, I could write down what I could remember.
Yes.
And the scribble was so bad I couldn't read what I wrote. So that kind of defeated that point.
Yeah, I know. I do have to make it a point to keep repeating the dream in my head while I try to write it down. If I so much as sit up, if my feet touch the floor, that's it. It's gone.
It's gone. Yeah.
So totally get it. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
COVID is not the death sentence that it was 4 years ago. A lot of people are getting it now. It's more like just getting the flu.
Yeah.
And a lot of people die from the flu every day, But yeah, it's
Maureen. I'm with you, girl.
You're not the only one that dreams about Gibbs on NCIS.
Absolutely.
And what was it? The guy that used to be on Criminal Minds, he's on the SWAT show show now. The good-looking black guys. Oh my God. He makes my palms sweat.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
He literally makes my palms sweat. It's like, oh yeah. If only I was 30 years younger.
Yeah. Shall we pull a couple cards for the
collective?
Yeah. And
I was just thinking that. Let's do that.
Yeah.
Shamar Moore. We've just chit-chatted the night. Shamar Moore. That's Baby Girl. I love his Baby Girl. Yeah,
totally.
We're going to use the brand new Pocket Oracle.
And I'm going to be using the Angelic Messenger cards.
Oh, and I took my Angel Tarot cards out.
Yeah.
Might pull one from there too.
Oh, and artist Liz dreams about Keanu Reeves. Oh, yeah.
Oh, any day or night.
Yeah.
And I'm only 10 years older than him, so that could be a possibility.
It could happen.
Except his girlfriend would beat me up. She looks pretty formidable. And she looks like a normal woman because she's his age.
Yes.
She's not 30 years his junior.
Whoops. Okay. Yeah, you want to talk about cards that are, look at these. See how big they are? Look. So they're trying to shuffle these Oh, Garden Genie, it's just we're a little more experienced. Let's put it that way. We have a little more life experience. That's all. Okay.
Years ago, not long after my husband passed away, a young man that was approximately about 30 years younger than me wanted me to go out on a date with him. I'm like, well, like that might be a little awkward. I'm a lot older than you are. It's
Yeah.
You wouldn't find that strange. I mean, no, I want to date somebody like you so they can teach me how to treat women. And I'm like, well, I appreciate the sentiment of that, and bravo to you for. It's like, I'm not that kind of teacher.
Yeah, no. No, yeah.
That one doesn't float my boat. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta.
Yeah, like this is just a regular tarot deck, but it's one of those special ones,
Yes.
It's like the same. I can't shuffle it normal. I have to do just the side to side thing on it. So
yeah, I get it. Well, I can tell you that from the Angel Messenger cards, what I got was trust. The first card out, trust. The second card that I got out was vulnerability. And the third one that I got was change. And what I got from that is have faith in the fact that the universe is taking us in a direction that is going to be beneficial for all of us. We have to trust in the process of what is happening, and we have to allow ourselves to be vulnerable a little bit in order to fully embrace the message that is coming, because there is change coming. It's a good change. And we're all going to need to have a little bit of time to deal with it, to come to terms with it, to allow ourselves the opportunity to maybe grieve the passage of some relationships, of some ideas that we have had that are no longer serving us. So I'm really, really loving the way that these cards came out, because I think that's exactly where we are right now, is trust the process, allow yourself to be vulnerable, so that you can experience what needs to be changed and be ready for the change. Embrace it. Change is not a bad thing. Change is always a good thing.
Yeah.
That's what I got.
Absolutely. Okay, well, from the Oracle deck, Wisdom, the Oracle, I pulled for you a little card that says, to the sea. I can get that little light off of there.
Yeah.
And it's like a little paper boat or something that somebody's floating. And what it's talking about is learning to be in the flow, to recognize that as we flow, we're returning to source, because that's where we pull all of our energy from. That's where the connection is made. That's where we're able to discern messages, or see things that other people don't see. It's because we've opened ourselves up to a direct line to source. We all have that ability. Every single person on the planet has that ability. We just don't all know how to open and close that door to get in and out, or even want to open and close that door. That has to take into play as well. Let's see. So with this card, it's telling you to what we need to do right now is to go with the flow, to look to source to fill us up, and just follow that wave right on in, and it's going to bring us right there. And then from the Angel Tarot cards, I pulled the Knight of Fire, as you can see there. And It says passionate, adventurous, self-assured, restless. This is a sudden event that needs immediate attention. Time is of the essence. Think things through carefully. So, while we're going to the sea and learning to go with that flow, don't go so fast that we don't stop and think it through and make sure that we're doing and going in the direction exactly the way Spirit wants us to. And when you don't stop long enough to kind of plug in, you can miss that. And then just because it's Saturday night, I had to pull a listen bitch card.
Yeah.
And it just says, change is good. Embrace that shit.
Perfect.
And it's like that just goes perfectly with the message that we both just gave. When I pulled it, because at first I thought, okay, I'm not going to do that. And I thought, okay, no, it's Saturday night. I have to pull one naughty card.
Yes.
I just have to. And when I pulled it, after looking at and I pulled it last, and I'm hearing Marina and what she's saying, and I'm looking at the cards I've got. I'm like, well, damn. Spirit didn't make his point, but, her point, his point, whatever.
Yeah.
That right there.
It says that, and you know what?
Had something horrible happened for her today and her family. And she came here and got exactly what she needed to go with the flow and go forward. And that was to be embraced.
Yes.
We've got people here that just needed to laugh for a little bit, or just to sit and chat. Some Saturday nights we pull cards. Sometimes we tell ghost stories. Sometimes we do all kinds of crazy shit. Yeah. That's what the Saturday night is all about. That's why I always say it's an anything goes. We just go with the flow, and whatever the vibe is, that's the direction I go in. And I've had some Saturday nights where it's all oracle cards. Yeah. And we're doing one oracle reading after another. And I've had others where it's nothing but naughty cards. And we're pulling from the Rebel deck, from the Listen Bitch deck, from the Wake Up, Kick Ass, Repeat deck. It just, I'm trying to find some more of those kind of cards because I really enjoy playing with those. And so that's what I like about Saturday nights, I never know who's going to be available to hop on with me. Sometimes there's nobody available, and it's just me, myself, and I, and you just get me, and that's it. Hi, Pat. But so yeah, anything goes. Tonight, I think we had a really good talk. We, let y'all know what's coming up in the community, and so, like I said, after the show, I'm going to go in. I'm going to put Deborah's information in the description box so that you can go to the website. You can go ahead and donate if you want. Or I'll put her and Helen's emails in the chat as well, in the description box as well. And that way, if you want to participate, or if you want to help out in some way, maybe you're really good at doing computer stuff. I know that's been Deborah's biggest fallback, is trying to get all this stuff done herself, because Helen's useless when it comes to the computer. I love her with all my heart, but she doesn't know crap about it. She does good just to turn the damn thing on and talk into it. Let's go. And that's okay too. Her gifts lie in a different direction,
Did you see that? Debbie 3 Shifting Veil says, I may get brave enough to join you one Saturday night.
I say that every Saturday night, and I think I forgot this week, forgive me, but I usually say, if somebody here wants to join in, say the word, I'll put the link in the chat.
Absolutely.
I am all, that's how I started doing this.
Yes.
Somebody, well, it was Sonia and EQ, the Soul Sisters, had an open mic night and they put the link in the chat, and they were like, if you want to join and you want to give a shot at this and see how it goes, you're welcome to come on.
Yeah.
And I did it. That's how I met Isaac, who tomorrow is our mental wellness show. And he and I just hit it off right away. It's like I just gained a best friend for life. I mean, it was eerie. That's how I met Pat in through Colored Lens.
Yes.
Pat's a wonderful storyteller, you know, that she's got a voice that's so soothing to listen
to.
Yes.
Very
I have a hard time listening to her stories because it puts me to sleep.
In a good way.
In a good way, yeah. I mean, it's like I get so relaxed so fast. I just like I go right out, and that's a good thing. We need people who can do that. And but yeah, anytime anybody,
and living their love and light,
they want to come on and just
next week,
even if it's just to ask a question face to face for us to read on. Say the word. I'll give you the link. You can hop on. We'll have fun. I guarantee it. It can be very addicting sometimes. Hi, Jean. And yay, Jean. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, Debbie just started her channel. So is that what it's your channel is 3 Shifting Veils? If that's what you're going by, then be sure you let us know your channel name. That way people can go and they can click on the link and they can go and check out your site. Y'all go to Debbie 3 Shifting Veils. Go give her a like and a subscribe. You know, I've gone and subscribed to people that had 2 subscribers to it, and that was it. That happened to me. I had 2 subscribers, me and my son. And Scott, Spiritual Essence, Scott. Was a guest on another reader's channel and saw me talking in the chat, and she was asking me, well, did you start your channel? And I said, yeah, but I've only got 2 subscribers. And Scott was the one that was like, okay, everybody stop what you're doing and go to Sherry's channel and subscribe. I got 47 subscribers in one night because he said, stop what you're doing and go over there and do it right now and then come back. You know, when that kind of thing happens, that gives you a lot of incentive to keep going. And
totally.
And if you want to practice with people, just look in the chat, honey. There are people coming out the wazoo that hang out in the chat that are more than happy to practice throwing cards with each other.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
My lips were sticking together.
Yeah.
I'm getting ready to start doing a practice session with one of our readers twice a month, starting in a couple of weeks, of mediumship skills, because we're both beginners. It's just kind of happening. And she contacted me and she says, I know you're trying to figure out how to do it. I'm trying to figure out how to do it. Maybe we could, like, you know, once a week or once every 2 weeks, get together for an hour and just practice on each other. And I was like, yeah, that's perfect. Let's do that. So, and then once we get comfortable that we can just do it on our own, then, you know, we don't have to meet anymore. Maybe at that point we'll find something else we want to practice.
Exactly.
But there are a lot of people in the chat that would be more than willing to practice with you if you want to learn to do something.
Totally.
Yeah. So just say the word. I'm glad you found me too, Marina. And you know Marina, her wonderful channel. There's all the other sisters. Val, there's There's Allie, there's Sharon, there's wow, polyterology on Friday night. You got Colleen and Gerald and Val and Leo and so yeah, I mean there's some really good people out in the community that if you reach out, 9 out of 10, most of them are going to reach back and say, how can I help?
Exactly.
And
it's what we do.
Exactly. And that's what love is all about. That's what the joy is all about.
Yes.
And that's how we ascend to the next level.
Yeah.
Is through that love and that joy and that willingness to pull your brother up when they're stumbling. Not rip off their boots and tell them, fend for yourself.
Yeah.
That's the other side.
Yeah. Do something nice for someone that, and it doesn't have to be expensive. You don't have to spend a lot of money. But when you do something nice for someone and it's unexpected, oh my God, it just feels so good. It just feels so good. Yeah. And Jamie says,
when you can
winter fur and look so funny. Oh, I wish ours were. I wish ours did. She goes to the groomers regularly and they take off so much at that the winter fur and the blowout and everything else, and still, yeah, you still pet her and you go like this on her fur and it just kind of flies everywhere. So yeah,
exactly.
I bet she's still cute though. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. And y'all saw the kittens, so they're doing good. They're going to hit 4 weeks this Thursday, so they're almost old enough to get fostered. And Louis was talking about bringing them all in the house to bathe them, but he wasn't sure what to do. And I said, well, just put a little bit of water in the tub, bring them in, and dump them all in the water. And some of them may discover that they love the hell out of it, and others, maybe a trip just to see what happens. So we get them all in there, and then give them a bath one at a time, and they're in the water. And I said, I'm sure you get them all in there together, and they'll probably start playing, and get them nice and clean and smelling good. And so,
and Brandon was asking, where do we get cards from? Where are y'all?
Anywhere and everywhere.
Exactly. Anywhere and everywhere.
There are local, check where you live for local spiritual stores that sell crystals and tarot decks and oracle decks, and most of your bookstores carry card decks. Amazon, you can go to Amazon and get just about any kind of damn card deck you want to get in any topic you want to get it from.
Yeah.
Because I do a cold case show with someone once a month, I went and bought this deck.
Yeah.
And it's like 1 or 2 words with each card.
Yeah.
There's no book, no explanation. It's just like knife, playground, murder, suicide. It's like whatever the question is, you pull one of these, it gives you a 1 or 2 word answer to go with whatever it is that you're studying.
Yes.
Which is a lot of fun,
Yeah. Etsy is amazing.
I joined the card deck club through Hay House Publishing, HAYHOUSE, hayhouse.com. Every 3 months I get a box with new cards. It's an obsession with me. Every time I come home with a deck of cards, my family just looks at me and goes, really? Another deck of cards?
But I need this.
I got an Amazon wish list. You can go to my Amazon wish list. You can buy me a deck of cards. It's on my list, and it'll ship right to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, Marina's right. I need that deck.
Yeah. You don't understand it. Yeah, I have said I don't know how many times to my son, who says, "Okay, another tarot deck? Yeah, but this one is different. This one, does it, and you'll say, does it have like the tower and the devil? Yeah, but you don't understand.
It's different.
It's like a pair of shoes. You can't have just one pair of shoes.
Oh God, no.
There are black shoes, but there's flat black, there's shiny black, there's low heel, there's high heel. Say no more. Okay.
And then you got the browns, and then you got the blues, and then you got the taupes and the whites. And don't get me going on shoes. It's a weakness.
Yes, it just goes on
that
and on.
Purses, another one of my new tarot decks that I saved up for 6 months to buy, because you have to buy it directly from the website of the person that created it. It's expensive. This was almost $50 just for the cards, and then another $25 for the book that goes with it. They don't even sell it together. But it's called the Sanctus Concordia tarot deck. And these have some of the, let me find a couple, here we go, the High Priestess.
Oh.
These cards are phenomenal. I mean, just the artwork alone on them is, here's the Death card.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I mean, you look at that and you think, yeah, that's death, all right.
Uh-huh.
No mistaking what that card's about.
Yeah.
Here's the Devil.
Oh.
Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful cards with the artwork on them. That's why I wanted them. I mean, I've got the tarot decks to last me 3 lifetimes, but I wanted it's the artwork.
Yeah.
And that's what I get drawn to. And sometimes it's the type of cards, like with these that I use tonight. These are just angel tarot cards. So all the cards are, it's the same tarot deck as all the other tarot decks, except that it's angels. Yep. So it's a little different. Yeah. I love the naughty cards. I love the inspirational cards, motivational cards you can get.
Yeah. There's a deck of cards for every purpose.
Every purpose under the sun.
Yeah. And when you can't find the deck that you're looking for, then you make your own.
Go to Etsy. That's right. Go to Etsy and make your own.
Yeah.
And you can buy on Amazon. I mean, that's the cheapest place to get it. But you can buy your own deck of cards that are totally blank.
Yes, absolutely.
And then you can, Marina has her own deck that she created.
There you go. Still in the package. I'm working on a new deck, but yes. And I have my, my deck that I developed a good number of years before. It's very rudimentary. Mm-hmm. I'm not an artist, and I don't pretend to be, but these are the cards that I use exclusively for personal readings, because they tell me a story. So you won't see me using this particular deck on the shows, because that's just for private reading and so on. But I'll be working on another deck.
And I've seriously been thinking about trying to create my own myself, and I just haven't got there yet. So I'm getting there, but it may take a while. And stuff playing around in my head. But
when the time is right, that's
it just comes. Yeah, that's when it just. You start spitting them out like it's no tomorrow, you know.
Exactly.
The
What's
Universal
the best?
Celtic Tarot, that is a wonderful deck, Lunar.
Yes.
I have that deck. It's actually a knockoff deck, so it's like a smaller version of the regular cards. But I like it because I can shuffle them.
Yes.
And but that's a really cool deck. Yeah, I got all kinds of decks. It's for my birthday, somebody sent me the Voodoo Tarot deck. Another really expensive deck that you have to get only in certain places, and it's all voodoo related stuff. It's like, wow, this is cool. So
well, my friend, we have been on for 2 hours.
2 hours, holy moly.
I'm starting to feel myself slowly fading, and I do need to get some rest. I'm really excited. I am going to the zoo with a friend tomorrow. Haven't been to the zoo here for a long time. And
like
the weather is nice, and we have a beautiful zoo here in Calgary. So yeah, I need to make sure that yes, I will. Yes,
take
I will.
pictures and share.
Yeah.
So
There's
thank you all for joining us tonight. Thank you for just hanging out and chit chatting. Some nights you just need that, you know, just like just a bunch of buddies that you just sit down and drink a beer with and just chit chat, you know.
Exactly. Yeah. Shoot the breeze. You know? Yeah. And those are usually the best times, right? When you just let things happen. So yeah.
Exactly.
Thank you guys for being here with us.
Thank you for talking and sharing and loving on each other.
Yeah.
Please make sure you go to Marina's channel and like, share, and subscribe. Same for my channel. If you go in after the show is over and leave a comment, that boosts the algorithm, helps the show get pushed out. I don't have super chats or anything. I can reapply to get out of YouTube jail in September.
And that's not that far away.
No, that's just a week or two. But in the meantime, if you want to support me or just make a small donation, PayPal or Venmo, the links are in the description box. So
there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
We got it. So
thank you. Thank you for spending part of your Saturday night with us.
Or Sunday morning, depending on how you look at it.
Yeah, it's very much appreciated. Hey, it was be here with you guys or be, playing bingo online. So, what are you going to do?
Yeah, exactly. Or just fiddle farting around and watching Karen videos or
or
Rex, people that tailgate and then get pissed because you run into them. Oh, dipshit. What do you expect if you do that kind of crap?
Yes.
All right, y'all. Thank you so much. Marina, thank you for hanging with me for 2 damn hours. I didn't intend for us to go that long. But I think it was well worth it. So
absolutely. It was fun.
Y'all have a wonderful week and smile. It's going to get better.